Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Dragon Bloggers Tuesday evening live show. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. I hope it went well. Tomorrow is Hump Day, officially the middle of the week. We start the downward trend to the glorious days that are the weekend. So I hope you all are prepared for it and have some good plans. Um, First off, we're going to start with oh, it's Justin's telling me my mic is a tad low. Is it? I haven't changed any settings for it. It should be good. How about now? Is that better? Maybe I was just wasn't talking as loud as I normally do. Um but it's maxed out as far as I can take it. So okay, awesome. We got it. Okay, yeah. So we have some cool products to show. Some that I have that I've been working or really enjoying. Some that have been covered by other fellow dragon bloggers that I'm going to be showing you videos of. But starting off on the list, we have the SteelSeries Arctic 7, which you can see I'm wearing right now. This has been one of the most enjoyable headsets that I have ever owned personally. I've gone through a lot of them, have done the Corsair, have done Logitech, have done a lot, but these have been the longest standing headphones that I've had because I can be kind of rough on peripherals. These haven't had any issues. They're super easy to use. Basically what you do is you have this little sensor right here that I'm going to show you, and this plugs into a USB port. I'm trying to pull it as far as I can pull it. It's a little dusty, but this is it because it stays in the back. But you plug it in, I run it up through my desk and have it come up behind my monitors. But you plug that in, basically you hold a button on there and it'll start flashing, and then you turn these on and you connect it. Basically, it's good to go after that. There's a couple of settings that are really cool on here that I'm going to show you. I'm going to take off my headset so I can show you the buttons and stuff. So obviously there's the power button right here, which occasionally it flash. Right now it's flashing green, I think. Yes, it's flashing green, which means it's fully charged. What's up, Chucky? Welcome to the stream. It's flashing green, which means it's uh, the highest color that it's going to show you when you charge it. If it's yellow, that means obviously it's less than half, and then when it's red, it's about to die. It's usually less than 20 is the marker, and so you plug it up. It uses a micro USB charger. I have it plugged up into my computer. I just pull it up whenever I need to charge it, plug it in, and I'm good to go. It lasts for quite a while. Like on a full charge, I want to say I can use it at least 6 hours a day for about 2.5 days before it will go down. What's up, Jennifer? Welcome to the stream. So it does have a really good battery life. Just don't leave it plugged up all the time because that can typically drain your battery life because it's constantly running through battery cycles, especially with like the rechargeable stuff. But then there's some other settings on the actual device itself that are really cool. As you can see, this one, there's two little symbols. There's one of a person and one of kind of like a gamepad. And the gamepad looks like an Xbox controller, really. And so what's cool about it is if I roll it all the way up to the gamepad, the little controller on there, if I'm playing a game and I'm in a Discord call, it'll turn the Discord call volume to 0 and the game up to max. So if I'm in a call with people and I can't hear what the game is saying over them, I turn it all the way up. Vice versa, if you scroll all the way to the bottom to the person, if you're in a Discord call or Skype call or something, it'll make the people's voices you're hearing louder and the game will be at 0. And then of course there's a little toggle as you get to the middle. There's like a little bit of resistance and you got to kind of pass it to go to either side of the scale on it. When you put it in the middle, it's a perfect balance between your game volume and your call volume, whatever your base Windows settings are. It will just automatically keep it normal and won't raise either or. So you can have the perfect balance of sound from your game and sound from your call so you can hear just depending on how you like to change your sound settings. And that's one thing that I found that's really cool about this headset that I haven't had on any other headset. Then of course it has a basic volume control, which is just the overall volume. This one doesn't directly control your Windows settings. You have to control your Windows settings on your own, and then it'll max out, or you can turn it all the way down. This is for all sound. This is overall sound, not anything specific like the other one. Then, of course, it has the mic mute feature, which I have an external mic, so I don't really use this one. Then it has, of course, an aux port, and then the port where you actually charge it on there. And the headset it's kind of bendable. It does fit, it coils inside of the headset itself. And then I know Like I'm typically bad with white products because they can get filthy real quick, but these they'll accumulate some dust, some dirt just from me touching it because you know you're touching this part most of the time. So this part is less white than the other ones, but whenever I want to fix that, if it's starting to look too dingy, I just take an alcohol swab and just go right over it and it's good. The headstand is really adjustable. Let's see, aesthetically, the white matches the PS5 thing very well. Yeah, it does. I like the white headsets. I should have gotten a black one because, like I said, I can be kind of bad with my peripherals, but I've done everything I can to keep this one in good working order. One thing that I really like about the pads is that they're thick, like they're thick, but they're soft and they're also really light. So they don't cause me to like sweat a lot here when I have to wear the headset for a long time, which is like something that I really appreciate because can be a sweaty boy, me. But it lasts really well. It works really well, and it's really easy to clean too. I don't have to remove them to clean it. I just simply take like a towel with some hot water and I kind of rub it and let them sit out and air dry, and it hasn't done any war. They don't do that thing where they like start tearing after a while. And I've had this headset for a while. I got this right before the pandemic started, so I want to say it was January or February of 2020. Yeah, it was either early 2020 or end of 20 or any end of 2019, but I've had it for a while and like I said, it still looks basically brand new. Charges really fast. The quality is also amazing. Now, I can walk all the way out to the living room right there and still be connected even though it's going through walls. So I don't have to worry about walking too far. Like if I want to use the restroom like mid-game break, got to go to the restroom right there cuz my restroom's right there. I just run in and I can still hear everything that's going on, but come back down, sit back, get right into it. Um, the last thing that I have to say about this headset, like I said, you can use it straight, just plugging it in, connecting it, and going from there. What really makes it stand out? What's up, Serene? Welcome to the stream. What really sets it apart from the other headsets is also its customizability from the SteelSeries Engine app, which basically just transforms. Like I'll pull it up here just so I can kind of give you a list of the stuff that you can do. That is another thing. If you have the settings set up, you have to open the SteelSeries app when you turn on your computer for it to apply the sound settings. It won't just do it on startup unless you have it set that way, and I don't have it set that way. But basically, if you open it up, it'll pull up in its engine. You can turn on the DTS headphones with the 7.1 surround, or you can turn it off. You can set a stereo profile to either large room, small room, or just random default. You have bass enhancements, dialogue enhancement. It has preset equalizer performance. You can also change the equalizer performance how you want to. And you can also change the dynamic range compression, sorry. You can also change how long the period of inactivity. So if your headset isn't picking up sound for any certain interval that you want to set, you can set it to turn it off. So it has a lot of features. Like I said, it's really good on its own. Like plugging it in, if you never used the SteelSeries Engine, you don't have to, and you couldn't use it if you had to use it with your PS5 anyway. But if you're using it with your computer and you're like an audiophile and you really like those good sounds, you like to set your headset the exact same way you want to, using the SteelSeries Engine is really going to give you that extra little boost of customizing the sounds that are being sent to your ears. Essentially, the sound canceling and the surround sound with this headset is actually really awesome. I do love. I will sit here whenever I'm editing or stitching videos or something and sitting on a computer for a long time. I'll put on some music and I just jam out. I don't hear the outside world. It's awesome. My girlfriend sometimes gets mad at me because I don't hear our dog Obi whining that he has to go outside or something. So it does do a good job at all of that. So if you're looking for overall really good headset, whether you're gaming on console, gaming on PC, looking to have something that's comfortable on your head, really good at listening to music, but also having those dynamic features with your sound and Discord calls. If you're the type who likes to sit in a call with your friends while you play video games on your computer, then this is definitely a headset that you're going to want to check out. This is the SteelSeries Arctis 7. I swear by it up and down. If this were to break and I need a new headset, I would just get the same one again, but I'm not worried about it breaking. Next up on our list, something that's really cool. We have the MCS original coaster frames. I'm big Star Wars fans. You can see I have the Star Wars stuff behind me. Actually, the little I think these are They're not 8x12s, are they? I don't know what they are. What size they are off the top of my head. Same brand, basically, just different product. Those are the smaller ones, but these are the poster frames by the same brand. And I use them to display my Star Wars stuff. So this is you guys can see the reflection of my screen and see all my monitors and stuff. But this is the the scene of a Star Destroyer heading towards the unfinished Death Star, the second Death Star. And this is actually a cutout from a magazine that was released in 1983, so it's original. I mean, it's you can kind of see the creases on it, but I got it from a magazine from 1983 and I posted up, but it looks really amazing. Like I love the poster itself. But what's really cool is the poster frame is really easy to do. There's no like screwing, there's no anything that's really hard. All you I'm gonna take off the top one. I hope I don't end up regretting it. But all you do is you take off these little things, these little end pieces, and it all you're left is with like this little plastic piece and then the cardboard in the back. You simply set what picture down you want, put the plastic on the top and center it however you want to, and then you just clip these on the ends and you're good to go. That's all you have to do. The assembly is almost nothing. It's absolutely amazing. Also, Justin, don't be jealous of my three monitors. I promise you, I want to downscale if I can. What's also cool is that on the back, if you want to hang it up, you can hang it up in any orientation you want to. So if you want to do it vertically, there's a hook right here, and if you want to do it horizontally like I do, there's a hook over here. Now, though I guarantee you it works best with a nail. It doesn't come with nails or anything. It works best with nails. I can assure you that. But I actually use mine with these tacks. So I have mine on a tack, and because this little part, let me show you this the part that where the thing it bends. So you can set it to what angle, and you can set it at enough angle, and it has enough resistance to not be flimsy. Like I don't know if you see, if I push it anywhere, it'll stay there. It's not flimsy at all. It's very firm. So I actually hold mine up with a tack, and it doesn't. I don't have to worry about it. The one behind it here, I have it. It has a. It's a picture from I believe 81. It's also another collectible that I have, and it's a picture of the Millennium Falcon where they're outrunning the Star Destroyer in episode 5. Hold on, let me see if I can pick up my camera and turn around here so you guys can see it. So you go ahead and see it's hanging up behind my computer. And like I said, this is held up with a tack, like just a tack, no nail. I didn't have to put a nail or anything in there. And it's just good to go. Is my camera locked on? My camera is not locked on. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. And yeah, so they're really easy to set up. They're not hard at all. Like I said, I love them. I use them for all my Star Wars stuff. They also have a brand of smaller frames if that's what you're looking for too. It's the same brand. You would just search on their store shop if you want to look for it. But they're really good for holding up stuff. They're really easy to assemble. You don't have to do much on the end of like measuring and getting stuff even and everything. You just kind of pick where you want it, put it in. It's really easy to adjust and set up. So I swear by these two. I'm really glad I picked them up so I could show off my cool posters. I the one thing that I will say is you have to be very careful about when you're setting the image in there because you don't want to mess it up because like the pictures that I have in there are really delicate, like they're really old and you can kind of tell. So I had to like be careful, set it, press it, and be careful when you're pressing it. I highly recommend putting on the sides first. So if you're gonna put a big picture in there, put the sides first and then do top and bottom. Just so that you can make sure you have the frame centered because there's nothing to hold it in place unless you use like tape or something to hold it onto the frame. And I don't want to do that because if I try to pull them out and I want to switch them out, I'm gonna mess up the picture. So if you don't use tape or anything to hold something down, it doesn't come with anything to hold it down besides the glass itself and the pressure that's created when you put the ends on. So that's the only thing that I have to make about that. But otherwise, perfectly good for what they need to do. Definitely budget friendly for the sizes that you get. And I love them. I'm able to show off my Star Wars stuff, which is all I want to do. All right. Next up on our list, we have an oldie but goldie. Everyone's seen it. If you're a PC gamer who still loves the feel of a console controller, this is definitely something you're going to want to check out. It is a Xbox controller bundle with the wireless adapter. Here's the controller itself. here's the little adapter. I don't have the cap on it because I took it off. I had to actually pull this from my computer before I started because I use it very often. But it's super simple to use. All you're going to want to do is you take this little adapter and you simply put it into your computer, and you're going to hold this little button until you see a white light on here flash. It's going to, let me make sure. Okay, it's on the front right above the Xbox. I know it's kind of small for you guys to see it and it's not plugged in, so you're definitely going to see it light up. But this white light is going to start blinking after you hold this button for about 3 seconds. When it does that, all you have to do is hit this one little button right here. It's a little wireless controller signal. I'm trying to get it on there if you can see it. It's this little button right here. You just press that, and you're going to wait for it to go solid on here. And then, of course, this signal right here, the little Xbox emblem, rather than blinking, it'll be solid if it's connected. See, it's looking for it right now, but this isn't plugged in, so it's not going to connect to anything. And it just Xbox controllers, I like it. It feels really good in the hand. One thing I've tested out with it, so this one uses batteries. It's two AA's. If you don't have batteries in it, if you have a USB and a USB C to USB, you can plug it into your computer and then plug as a power source using USB C, and it will still use wireless. I mean, it'll still be wireless. It won't be USB into your computer, but it'll give it a power source if you don't have batteries. I found that out. Even if you have batteries in there and you plugged into USB C, it's going to pull from the batteries first as opposed to the USB C. I've tested that out also. Make sure I would highly recommend investing in rechargeable batteries. I've been going through these. The one thing that's different from using this with a PC as opposed to using with a console is I found out that the time that it takes for this thing to disconnect from inactivity is what ends up killing the battery life. It will take, I believe, I didn't time it exactly, but it definitely like 15 minutes at least before it cuts off. So if you don't remember to manually hold it, and that's another thing, you have to hold it for a long time. Like I believe I have to hold it for almost 8 to 10 seconds for it to turn off. But it's worth it because having it on for 15 minutes, just draining through those batteries if you don't have it plugged up into a source is killer. So I definitely recommend getting rechargeable AA batteries if you're going to be using it with your computer, and like I mean like yeah, you can plug it in to USB with the USB-C, but like the whole point of a wireless controller is to be a wireless controller, right? So I definitely believe that if you're going to be using this for a PC, AA batteries that are rechargeable are going to be a really good investment for this. Otherwise, no quarrels, no qualms about it. Very good vibration function, works well with all of my games. I haven't had an issue with it on any game playing through the Steam engine. I've played through EA's Origin. I've played Epic Games with it, so it has no compatibility issues. You just got to go ahead and just, like I said, pop this in, hold the button, make sure it's blinking, press the little connect button on here. This will be solid. This will be solid, both solid white lights, and then you're good to start gaming. You can even use it if you have the Microsoft Gamepad features enabled on your computer with the default Windows settings in the Game Center. It will work with that. So like I believe if you hit the Xbox button, it will either pull up your start menu or pull up a game menu. I don't know. I personally have it disabled because when I'm playing with the controller, sometimes it will pop up an overlay or something that I don't really like. I don't like other game overlays when I'm trying to do what I want to do without being bothered. So that is something that you can use if you want to use it more interactively with your Windows settings. But like I said, works good with any game. Typically, the game, I've never had a game have a problem registering it. Sorry, I had to take a bit of water there. Also, water check, everyone. Make sure you're drinking water. Please stay healthy. But yeah, really good controller, really good quality. Feels really good in the hand. Not too light, definitely heavy enough. Has good grips on the bottom too, right here where your fingers be. And yeah, the only issue is will drain through batteries if you get to forget to turn it off. So make sure you're diligent about do your due diligence to turn it off if you're not using it, or make sure you have rechargeable AA batteries around. But that's that. We're going to be showing our first shoppable video of the night. This product is Fetol gel ice packs for either hot or cold. This video was covered by my fellow dragon blogger, James. Shout out, James. I believe I saw him in the chat earlier. We're going to go ahead and pull up his video so you guys can see it. And then you can decide if this is a product you would like. Please let me know if the video volume is too low. I will adjust it accordingly. So just, if it's too low, just be like, Nkda, turn it up.
James here with a quick unboxing and showcase of a new product. This is
James
from our
here.
friends over at Fetal. This is their gel ice packs or hot or cold packs, guys. This is a 3-pack right here. So you get 3 packs in here. You can use them in hot or cold. It does take about 2 hours to freeze or 8 to 10 minutes in warm water to heat up.
Yep, so 8
if
to
you guys
10
use a
minutes in warm
microwave,
water,
don't
2
use
hours
over
to
a
freeze.
500-watt microwave for 15 seconds or it will ruin the pack. So let's pop this open real quick. I actually have to cut some tape. I'm going to show you guys this. If you guys have seen ice packs, these things are good for a lot of uses, including like toothaches, sinus headaches, or just
I
bruises
never
and
knew
stuff that you
they
want
were
to
good for
just
sinus
pack
headaches.
down and
That's
give
good
it a
knowledge to
little
know. Thank you,
cooling.
James.
Now the 3-packs, so
I
they
always learn
are
something
nice
from
and
watching
small.
James's videos.
They're
I
about
promise
3
you.
inches by 5 inches, guys. Right? Nice little pack. Nice little logo. Hopefully you guys can see that. It is a little bright, so I will kill this light right there so you guys can see that a little better. Hot
Yeah,
and
nice
cold
little
pack, right?
size.
These are reusable, recyclable. So on the back, it actually tells you, attention, never apply gel pack directly to children's skin if it is heated. Apply to affected area for no longer than 15 minutes, right? Cold
Yeah, see, if
pack
it was
shows you
heated,
how
I'd
to
probably
freeze
wrap
it.
it in like a
Heating,
damn
power,
towel or
watts,
something.
everything. Nice little pack with the instructions. I love that they give you the instructions on the pack. So you get 3 of those in here, just like that. Let's grab out the other one and grab the rest of the stuff out of the package. Just a quick, simple,
Yeah, it doesn't
just a
doesn't
little
look hard at all. I'm glad to know
gel
about the
packs. That's
sinus
all it's
headaches. I
really
typically
truly
use
in
them
there.
when I
3 of
have
them.
some
So you got 3.
sore muscles.
You got a 2-hour freeze time.
Icy
3 of them.
pain, hot to
Hot,
warm it
cold.
away.
Press it on. Pull it off. Nice, soft, easy, quick to use. Comes in very happy. Comes in very handy if you guys truly need it.
Comes in very
Again, that is from
happy.
Fetal. These are the hot
Good to
or
have one
cold
or two in
packs,
the
guys.
freezer and save one for
Very
quick heating.
cool,
Yeah,
very
I
easy.
agree
I'm
with
going to
that.
actually use these because I have a sinus headache. So we're going to use these. And we want to thank you guys for watching this video and keep your eyes out for more and have a great day.
Yeah, I honestly did not know that they were good for sinus headaches. I'm going to have to keep that in mind because I have a couple that I never really use too much anymore. But yeah, thank you, James, for covering that product for us. If anyone has any questions on anything we've covered so far, I'm sorry I forgot to ask questions about the other products. We've been through the SteelSeries headset that I'm wearing, the poster boards, and the Xbox controller, and then what the product we just covered. So if you guys have any questions at any time, feel free to ask. We would do our best to answer whatever we can. Let's see. If you have a sinus infection, can't promote drainage when warm. Okay, so that's how it works. You just put it on like your face right here on the bridge of your nose. That's what I would assume so. But next up, we have a little sorry, little product here that quickly became something that I used a lot. I ended up getting 2 packs of these, but these are going to be is it YYST? Yes, the YYST clear saber mounts. I ended up getting a 4-pack because they're just that amazing. If you look behind me, you can actually see them. I've installed all of them, but it holds my lightsabers, as you can see, so I can show them off when I want to. And I love it. I have another set on the other side that holds the 2 new lightsabers I just got earlier. They do a really good job at holding them. Now, what I will say is, if you're going to put these on your wall, besides the stuff that actually comes with it, it does not come with any of the tools that you're actually going to need to install. So make sure you have a leveler because that's going to be really important. Also, 2A, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Dragon Blogger Tech and Entertainment live show. But yeah, so you're going to need a leveler, a ruler, or a tape measure. Definitely going to need a hammer and a screwdriver. You have to be really careful with these. They do give you extra screws if you do happen to mess up. That's one thing that I really did like about them. Like I said, I got a 4-pack, so I have 2 over here and then 2 over here on the other side. I can turn my camera and probably show you guys. Let me pick it up real quick. So you can kind of see, but those are the other 2 that I have. They're holding my 2 lightsabers on the wall. And so these are really good. Not only are they super budget friendly, like they were really affordable, and that's why I got so many, because I'm always buying lightsabers. I'm always having something that I want to hang up and show. But yes, they are really good. They're super high quality. What it is it has a little base, which you can kind of see right here, and that's what holds it up. But also above, rather than just the base, there's a clip you have to install also. Let me see if I can get the camera to show it. It's up here, which is you can see my lightsaber. I have to clip it into this so it stays, and because if I didn't have it, it would just fall over. But I clip that in right there, up there, and it holds it on the wall. Let's use your handle from Near Automato, perchance. That's 2B. What's up, RG? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, no, they're really good. I've never had to worry about any weight or anything. Like my customs, so these are custom lightsabers and they fit just fine. Never had to worry about them. And these are heavier. Oh, 2A is in the game too? You know, I haven't played much Near Automata. I didn't realize that. I've only played the one game. But yeah, so my custom ones are a lot heavier than your typical FX series. The FX Elite series is the heaviest though, which I have one of those too. Those are heavier because the hilts you can take off. They're for display. You can take off the blade if you want to and display with a kyber crystal. So they're a little heavier. But as you can see on those sides, the other side that I showed you, which is where I have my FX and my FX Elite lightsaber stored, no problems. Even though the weight range of each one is different, like I said, these are the second heaviest. The Force FX Elite is the heaviest, and then the regular FX is the lightest, and none of them have any problems being held. I haven't had to worry about anything with the clip at the top. It stretches a little bit so you can slide the blade into the hook and pull it out at your comfort. As you can see, it's really easy. If I want to just, like, I don't want to be rough with it, of course, but if I would just go up there and just pull the lightsaber out, I wouldn't have any worries about it falling or anything. And I'm going to demonstrate right now. So I just grab it and just go, and I'm good. I don't have to worry about it coming out of the wall, it falling off. This thing is super stable. It's super stable with the screws and expander that it comes with. And then when I'm done with my lightsaber, I can just go ahead, pipe it back, and we're good to go. So they're super easy to use. I don't want to say that they're super easy to install. Like if you're good with carpentry and you're good with measuring and that kind of stuff, it'll probably be pretty easy for you. I think to get all four of them leveled, even with each other and everything, I want to say it took me about 45 minutes to install all four, and that's because I was making sure that I was making sure everything was level with each other, the heights were the same and stuff. And so you gotta be very diligent about that kind of work, because you don't want it to be off, because then you're gonna look at it every time and be like, oh man, I messed that up. And like I said, they do come with extra screws, so if you do mess up the first time, that's okay. It won't be bad. You can always take them out. The extenders you're not gonna get back out though. That's the only thing. And then when you want to move them or something, you just gotta make sure you spackle over it and cover it so you don't have a unseemly hole in your wall, and you're good to go. If anyone has any questions about those, feel free to ask. I spent a lot of time with those. The first two that I put up, I cried for a little bit because I kind of had them really uneven, and then my mom had to help me fix it. But we're not gonna talk about that one. But it was, like I said, it wasn't that bad. I didn't realize they were so off kilter and uneven until I stepped back and looked at it. But that is it for the YYST clear lightsaber wall mounts. Super budget friendly to have, not too hard to install, especially if you have experience. If you don't, definitely ask for help and just follow the instructions. Next up, we have another product that was covered by our boy James. You know, we love James here because James is rocking with us and we rocking with James. But it is a refrigerator organizer. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the video so we can all watch together. And hopefully it's not one of James's 17-hour videos where he shows us literally everything.
James here with a quick showcase of a new product. This is from Hojo. This is a refrigerator organizing bins. This is an 8-piece kit, guys. These are 2.5 inches long. This set is the 2.5 inches long by 6.3 inches wide by 3.5 inches high. Now, like I said, 8 kits.
He's wonderful. So, like I said, every video I watch of James, I learn something new every time, without fail.
Now, they're nice plastic, guys. Has a nice corrugated feel on the
Water
bottom.
check for everyone.
Handles.
Please be sure
One
to stay
handle
hydrated.
feels like it's inwards. The other one dips outwards. You should be able to hold about 8 soda cans in here, or veggies or anything like that sort, guys. Nice plastic, durable plastic, right?
Oh, it's
Very
plastic.
simple, very
Okay, I didn't
easy,
know you
guys.
could bend it like
Now,
that.
remember, it is plastic. So if you take it like a
Well, I
knife
thought it
or
was like
something,
hard plastic.
it's gonna scratch it. You're gonna see the scratches.
Did he
I don't know
scratch
if
it
you
on
guys can see that
purpose?
scratch right there,
James.
but you're gonna see it. Now I'm just testing it to
That's
show
a
you
cool
guys.
little knife he has.
Just be
too.
careful. I mean, I have 8 of them, and we're gonna actually use this for something other than the fridge. We're gonna use this
I
in
am
our
drinking
bathroom
coffee.
storage, guys,
That is
to
my water check.
organize makeup.
Justin,
So
coffee doesn't
that little
count.
scratch
It's
doesn't bother
acidic.
me.
Please
Plus
drink
there's
some
7
water.
more. Nice little product, easy, very flexible. Doesn't crack.
So yeah, that's one thing that I
which is
really
pretty
like
cool.
about it. The fact that it's
You guys can
flexible.
see
I
this.
thought it was hard
I'm
plastic
actually
that you
putting a good
can't,
flex on it.
it just like
So there's no
snap and stuff.
cracking,
But the
but
fact that
nice
it's
looking, very
it's a
very
soft
easy
plastic,
lock to
that's really
storage.
awesome.
You could use this for, like I said, you could use it for the fridge. That's what they suggest it for. Cans, veggies, anything. Organize your fridge with this. Or like we're gonna do, we're gonna put it in the bathroom. Organize our nail polishes for
Oh.
my wife and some other makeup stuff.
Oh,
To
James
keep it
is
out of the
so
way.
smart.
Thank you for
Hello,
checking out
Edward.
this
Welcome
quick
to the
little video, guys,
stream.
and have a great day.
Oh, thank you so much for covering that. I didn't even think about that. See, James is kind of like me, where when he gets a product, he's gonna look at it and see other ways he can use. Because I would not have thought to use. Yeah, see, see, I like that. See, that's what I try to do with certain products that I get, like with that rangefinder. When I was like, well, I'm gonna use this for Nerf Wars, or like when I got those buzzer buttons, using them for Obi to train him. Like I like the way James thinks. I always try to think outside the box. Also, when I get like, what can I use this for besides what its intended purpose is for. So thank you very much, James, for covering that. Shout out to my fellow dragon blogger. Yeah, great minds think alike, James. But yeah, I really like that product has the soft plastic, is bendable, so you don't have to worry about putting stuff getting too heavy and it snapping off when you're carrying it. So that's something that's really going to be handy for people who are going using it in the fridge for sure. Next up, we have another personal favorite of mine, really. I love Stitch. Lilo and Stitch is my favorite Disney movie through and through. If you ever play that movie in front of me, you'll catch me doing the Hawaiian hula dance in the beginning and singing Hawaiian roller coaster ride, because that's just my movie. Yeah, Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind. But this product is a Stitch onesie. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. It's so soft. Let me just show you guys. Let's see if I can get my camera. This is the extra large size. I like my onesies to fit loose, and I have a whole collection of onesies. I believe this was my like 6th or 7th onesie. What I like about this one as opposed to the other ones is that onesies can get hot, especially if you're wearing them when it's not cold. And this one's a little bit thinner than the other ones that I have, but the material is super soft and it does well in the wash. I can't remember if it got any softer. I think it's always just been super soft, like straight out. But I mean, stuff like this, I definitely always wash before I wear. And I really like that it has the cuffed ankles and stuff, because I don't have to worry about it slipping off my legs. It also has the cuffs on the arms too. So if I want to like roll it up because I'm getting hot, it won't fall back down. It'll actually stay up there. And I love how big the hood is. As you guys can see, I have big hair. Big hair means hoods don't want to work with you sometimes. But because this hoodie, like the hood is so, I don't want to say egregiously big, but it's decent size. I can actually just pull it right over my hair, and it'll stop, like the end of it will stop right here, but it's still enough to where you can actually see the Stitch face and the teeth and stuff, which is something I was worried about, because a lot of times when I have onesies with a hood, because I have big hair, sometimes they'll stop on top of my hair, or they'll stop like just short of my hairline, so it looks a little awkward. But this one I don't have to worry about that. It also has the floppy ears. It had a tail. It had it was like right here. You can see where it was like super glued on, but after the second time in the wash, it did not last. And that was one thing that I was really upset about, because I mean the tail is just like a little ball. No, actually Obi didn't rip it off. I was shocked about that too. But it's not what I didn't like is that the tail, it's just a little ball. So it's not something that you super notice unless you're looking for it. But the fact that it was super glued on was a little disappointing. Like it's not stitched to it, hot stitch because it's stitched. It's not like there's no stitching to it. It's simply held on by super glue, and super glue on fabric is not the best. So after the second time in the washer and dryer, the tail did not last. So that's one thing that you might want to keep in mind is the tail portion of it, because like I said, the second time in the dryer I thought it was gonna be fine. The first time it wasn't loose or anything. Like I checked it to make sure because I was worried about that. I checked to make sure, and it was fine. Then the second time it just right off. Like I pulled it out and the tail ball fell down with it. I should give it to Obi as a toy, but that's definitely something you want to keep in mind. I personally am probably gonna have to go back or get like my grandma or someone to stitch it back on for me, because I mean, like it's like I said, you don't lose anything out of it from not having the tail, but just having the tail is kind of cute because you can, like, wiggle your butt and show people your little knob tail. But that's enough on that onesie. The onesie is, like I said, super soft, super comfortable. Comes in all sizes. Very, it's thick, but it's not too thick where it's uncomfortably hot, but it will get hot after a while. And like I said, those cuffs on the ankles and the on the arms are just really nice for adjusting it. For when it does get too hot, you can roll them up on your legs, roll them up on your arms, and cool off a little bit. The next product I have to show you, really cool project. I keep saying project, really cool product. I'm sorry, the word project is in my head because this book I'm reading. My apologies for that. But really good product. I love tapestries and rugs and stuff hanging out. If you see the ones behind me, these are my girlfriend's, but I love the effect that they add to a room. She has a skull one right there, and then one with some swans. So I got her this one as a present, and because she loves Harry Potter, I love Harry Potter too. I'm not in the same house as she is, but she loves Ravenclaw, so I thought it would be nice to get her a Ravenclaw tapestry. Also, if you're in the chat and you can hear this, please drop your houses. If you know what your house is, I would love to see what houses you are. I personally am Hufflepuff. I am Huffle Puffle, but I do enjoy my Ravenclaw girlfriend. I'm gonna show you guys the tapestry. I'm gonna try to do it so that the camera doesn't go off of my face, but actually I can just unlock it so it won't try to track me. Let's see if I can get it to. Oh, oh wait, oh, I had it. Wait, there we go. Oh, it's trying. Camera. Oh, there we go. I think I got it. Okay, okay, we're good. I can show you guys the whole thing. So this is basically what it looks like. Obviously, it's the Ravenclaw symbol. I'm trying to show as much as I can, but it's absolutely amazing. Now, I will say, when I got it, oh, hello, Angela. Welcome to the stream. When I got it, I did think it was going to be a little bit thicker. This is a very thin tapestry, but um, that's okay for me because I don't like to use nails in the wall if I don't have to. I try to use tacks for anything in the wall just because it's easier to like make sure your walls don't have a whole bunch of holes in them. They're not unseemly and stuff, especially when you're leasing like I am, so you don't want to have to pay or excuse me, you don't have to lose your deposit or anything. So I try to use tacks, but the fact that this thing is so, like, it was a blessing in disguise. Like I wanted it a little bit thicker, and that's okay that it's not, because the fact that it is thinner means that I can hold it up on the wall with the tacks and I don't have to worry about it falling down. It's also just something nice to have over you. Like if you want to use it as like a little throw blanket, you could too, because it will keep you warm. And I also like the little frilly fringes on the end too, because they're just cute, and they add like a really nice effect. I wish they were the same color all around though. That's the one thing. If you notice here, if you see on the sides, these are black and white, but the ones at the top and bottoms are rainbow. I really wish they would have kept the continuity and the solidarity in the colors, or at least the color patterns. Like if you're gonna do rainbow all around, or if you're gonna do black and white all around. That's just a personal thing of mine. It's not a super big thing, but I pay attention to details like that because I try to color coordinate as best I can. So I would have liked it maybe if it had been black and white all around, but it doesn't take away too much from it. It's not something you notice really, especially from far away, until you look up close to it, and then you're like, oh, I didn't even notice that. But no, really good buy to have. They have the other houses too. They have other different tapestries that you can check on their storefront page if you're interested in them. But very good quality, easy to hang up with tacks. You don't have to use nails or anything in your wall, and just a cool way to show off your favorite house in Harry Potter. We have another, excuse me, shoppable video to show you. This is going to be a desk, the Bestier L-shaped desk. It was covered by fellow Dragon blogger Nathaniel. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up that video up. Yep, it was done by Nate. Oh, does he prefer to go by Nate as opposed to, he said Nathaniel in the video. I didn't know if he prefers to go by one or the other, so excuse me. Had to, he goes by either, okay. But I'll call him Nate. Nate Dog, that's easier. Okay, go ahead and pull up this video for you guys. I actually have the desk behind me is similar to it. I believe
Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Nathaniel with
it's
Dragon
not
Blogger
the
Tech and
same
Entertainment, and
brand, I
today
don't
I
think.
am super excited to
But it's very
showcase to
similar.
you guys the Grio gaming desk by Bestier. This thing looks super awesome online, so let's go ahead and hop in. We'll get it built, set up, and we'll see what this thing's about. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead
So
and
he's
start getting
showing
this
you the
thing built up.
assembly
There's quite a few
process, show
pieces,
you
as
all
you
the
can see
pieces that
there,
come with
so
it.
let's jump in and get it done. The first thing you're going to want to
Call
do
him
is grab
Angry
one of
Nate
these
for
leg
his rage
frames,
quitting.
and you're going to line it up with this little back support bracket, and you're just going to screw it in. It's pretty easy. All you'll need is a Phillips head screwdriver, and when you're done, this is what it's going to look like. And then what you want to do after you get one of these set up is you're going to go ahead and jump over to the next one. It will come with included screws that will tell you which screw goes
Okay,
where,
I'm gonna
so
skip
that's
a
not
little
an
bit
issue.
because
And then
the
once
instructions
grab
kinda
this
tell
little
you this
half
stuff.
oval triangle shaped bracket thing, and we're going to
But I
line
like
them
that
up
he's going
with the holes
through
on the
the actual building
unscrewed
process
side
so
that
you
we
guys can
just
see it.
did, because
So
what
if
this
any
is
of
going
you
to do
get
is it's going to
this
allow to
and you
penetrate
need help
through that little
assembling it,
triangle
you
frame.
can always pull
And
up
when
the
you're done
video
with
from the
that,
store
this is
page
what
and
it
just
should
scroll
look
down
like.
to the bottom too.
And one thing you want to
Just
make
make
sure
sure you
that
look
I
for
did wrong
Dragon
is make
Blogger
sure
Tech and
those little feet
Entertainment.
that are sticking out are on the bottom and not the top of that little triangle frame. So now we're ready to go ahead and get the wood tabletop pieces, and we're
Gonna skip
screwed
through
in.
a
We're
little
getting
bit.
real
So
close, and we're almost done. So one thing that we're going to do now is we're going to install a little cup holder and the headset stand right here.
it
This
has a
also
cup
comes
holder
with
and a
included
headset. Yo,
screws.
when
And what you want to do is just find the holes on the
I don't know,
left
it's the
side of the
little things
table,
like that, the
and then
little
go ahead and
amenities
screw
on
it
that,
in.
especially on something like a gaming
And once
table.
you've got those screwed in, you're going to
I
see right
love
here
it
that
because
it's very
mine has
stable,
one too.
and I think it adds a nice feature
But
to it.
the L desk
So
behind
we
me,
found
like
a
my
good
gaming
spot
table
for
has
it, so
one,
let's
but the
go
L
ahead
desk
and
that I
come
have
back here
behind
in a
me doesn't
second, and
have
I'll show
that.
you guys
And if
what
it
it looks
had
like.
that, that'd be amazing. That's so good. I love that stuff when you're gaming.
And as you can see here, we got everything set up, and right off of the bat, guys, honestly, this desk looks really, really awesome.
I
really
also see
love the
he's
wood grain
brave,
texture
in
on
my
this. I really
opinion.
like
Wait until you
the
see. Wait, it has
RGB LED
built-in.
underlights that kind of light it up and
Oh,
add a nice
that's
little
so
ambience
cool.
to the
What
desk.
I'm worried
I
about
think it looks
is
really clean,
I
really
get worried
simplistic,
about
but
those little
modern at the same time.
stands like
As you
above
can
it, the
see
ones
here,
that
the
above
cup
it,
holder
where
works
he has his
awesome. It doesn't
computer,
quite fit
because
these
I
little
would
round
not
cups
trust
that you might
that.
see everywhere,
But
but
I
it
also
works
have a
pretty cool
very heavy
nonetheless.
tower.
And then your
Maybe his
headset
tower is
stand
not as
right
heavy
there
as
is just a
mine,
nice
but the
added
fact that
addition.
he can put it up there,
We'll hop
that's
back
so
over to the
awesome.
wood
And I
grain
love
texture
the
just so you can
lights.
get an up close shot of what it looks like. I think it looks really nice. And this is a
Oh,
gaming
that
desk,
looks
so what would a review be if I didn't
amazing.
turn off the lights and show you the RGB? The RGB pattern that comes with this comes with a bunch of different modes, and I think this thing looks really awesome. This desk has been sturdy. It's been really easy to build. It's been easy to operate out of, and I highly recommend
That's
it.
awesome.
So if you guys want to check this thing out, like I said just now, I highly recommend it. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get back to my gaming session, and I will see you guys on the next video. See you guys later.
Let's go, Nate. That was a good video. Shout out to fellow Dragon blogger Angry Nate, apparently. That was a really good video. Yeah, those lights look absolutely amazing. I love the fact that it has those lights built in. Like I said, I personally would be a little apprehensive about having my PC tower on that stand. But if he's confident that it'll support it, then I support him wholeheartedly. No, I have a fat tower, so I don't know if mine would be able to hold it. But I guess if it's light enough, then and it looks amazing, especially with those RGB lights. The stand can support 2 monitors side by side. Oh, that's awesome. Moving on, so a PC stand would be fine. Oh, okay. Moving on to our next little product that we have. It is a monocular telescope. I have it on me, and I'm also going to show you the video that I made for it, just so you guys can kind of see like how the pictures work from the standpoint that it's at. I keep it in its box because it's one of those things that you don't want to mess up. But I like it for taking scenery shots. I really want to, and you'll see in the video, the day that I did the video was super windy and super cold, so there was no birds. But typically there's a lot of birds and like pelican stuff around where I can like take pictures. But there was none that day, so I was super sad about it. But that didn't stop me. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull everything out of the box so you guys can see it. So basically, this is the part you're gonna clip it onto your phone. And what you're gonna want to do is, you can set this little pin up here. You can screw this in however far you need to. And basically, what it does is it locks it in place because you're gonna want to put it on your phone like this. You want to make sure that this circle is over a lens, and then you just tighten it to where you're comfortable with it being. You don't want to do it too tight because it could crack your phone possibly. But that's why you have this, to make sure that it doesn't unhook or anything. And then it comes with a little small like tripod that you can customize, and then it has this little thing which you put the actual uh monocular lens on itself, and it has like a little bearing that you can kind of move and twist around to where you need to. But let me get to the actual telescope itself. It's really not. I really love the carrying case that it comes in and how protected it is for its coverings, for its lenses. Like, this is a little plastic cover that you can take off the back part, and this is the part that's going to go inside of this to go over your phone lens. Remember, I said this part goes onto your phone, and then you clamp this to it, and then it has the screw at the bottom, which is where you screw it into the base. So you can do that, and then it has a little focusing lens. Now, it's actually super easy to set up. I struggled with it at first because I didn't understand, but the instructions, well, I didn't understand the instructions at first, but after sitting down and going slow and not rushing through them like I normally do, it's actually really easy to do. So what you're going to do is, if you put this over your lens and you see like an outer circle, all you have to do is zoom in a little bit. Then if it's still blurry, you just kind of change the focus on here, and you're good to go. You're just basically good to go and just take pictures. I'm going to go ahead and pack it up real quick. It's a really nice little buy, especially if you like scenery and stuff. And you'll see how well it zooms in too. Like I said, I was far away from some of these pictures that I was taking, and you'll see the side-by-side comparison of what I did without the monocular telescope and what I did with the monocular telescope. So it's going to be really cool to see. I don't know how I'm going to do with hearing my own voice. So if you see my face cringing, just know that it's me hearing my own voice and disliking it.
So this is the Evia. But yeah,
I'm
as you can
skip through. Then I had to screw the telescope itself to the base, as I'm showing you, and then the base. This is basically the process that I had to go to. Now, once you get it all set up, the instructions let you know that if you see the circular edge of the lens on the camera, that all you have to do is simply zoom in. So if you look at my camera, you can see that I'm zoomed in 2.7 times on my phone, and it basically cleared up the picture. It made the quality look really nice, and I was really happy with the results. I was able to take a couple of pictures. There weren't any scenery or really good animals around, like birds and stuff, to take pictures of, but I did get some good pictures to kind of show you the quality and the enhanced features. I think the first one is the dog. Immediately when I started taking pictures, there was a lady walking her dog really close by, so I snapped a quick picture of this. I don't have a side by side. This dog was about 50 feet away from us, so this is how close I was able to get just from what the settings that I had set up straight from the video. So as I said before, it was super windy and super cold out. So I stopped here to take a picture of my girlfriend from where I was sitting. And this is without the monocular telescope. And then you're going to see the side-by-side picture with the monocular telescope from the exact same spot there. So it was kind of hard to get the tripod itself stabilized because of how hard the wind was blowing. But this is a picture of my girlfriend standing by, cold and shivering, without the monocular telescope, and then here is her with the monocular telescope. So you can see the difference. Both of these pictures were taken from the same spot. There also happened to be like a little birdhouse. I didn't change anything. I literally just put it on. Just put it back on from where my settings were already on, and boom, that's the picture that it took. So in this one, there's like a little birdhouse. I didn't really know what it was. It was like a birdhouse, and I took it. You can barely see it in the frame in this first picture, and then I'll show you. Also, like a bird feeder or something that looked like a birdhouse, at least that was nearby. So I snapped a picture of it without the monocular telescope. You can't see it in this one, and then immediately boom, put the telescope back on and took another picture. If I looked at that first picture, I would have never seen this. So lastly, I really wanted to test out. So this is where I'm testing out the range of it, and just to give you perspective, I'm looking at signs. These signs are not only down a hill, but across a bayou too. This is a park in Houston. And you can't, like, again, you cannot see these signs. And the picture that I take makes me look like I'm standing like right up to them.
Telescope. So as you can see, these signs are quite far away. In fact, they're down a valley and across a bayou. And this is without the monocular telescope. But once I put the telescope back on, these signs look like they are absolutely so close to me, like as if I'm taking a picture standing next to them. So that just shows you how amazing this monocular telescope really is.
Yeah, I didn't like having to hear my voice over again, but no, really good. Like if you're really into taking scenery pictures, this thing is absolutely amazing to have. It's super clear. It's really easy to set up. Like, I don't know if you kind of noticed on that last picture, but I don't think I had it zoomed in exactly all the way so that I didn't get rid of the small little black circle that you saw on the ends. So I could have zoomed in a little bit farther and probably gone a little bit farther, but I was just doing kind of some base testing with it because of just how unseemly the conditions were outside. But I want to take it back and go back and then take some more shots because this thing is just really cool to have. If you're a scenery person, this is definitely something to have. It basically works with any phone for the most part. That clip is compatible with however your lens may be. Like the iPhone 13 that I used it with, you see how like there's two lenses and it like they're in two different completely spots. Well, the way that the little clamp on it works is you can slide it however far down you want, however far up you want, to the left, to the right, and all you have to do is adjust that clamp to make sure that it's secure and tight, and you're good no matter where your phone's camera positioning is on the back of the phone. So you don't have to worry about it being compatible. It should be compatible with basically every model just because of how you can do it. You can even tilt it and clamp it on, which is how I had it started originally. And it does make it a little harder when you have the monocular telescope on the tripod itself. But if you're just holding it kind of like a camera and like a DSLR, you don't have to have that plank for your phone, straight vertically. You can put it however you want to, diagonally, horizontally, if that's what's going to work for you, and it will still hold it. I wouldn't trust it if you didn't have my hand on it when I was using the tripod for it, because your phone is not going to be able to hold the monocular telescope the way it was if it was completely vertical. But if you weren't, like I said, if you're not using the tripod for it, having your hand there to hold it and holding your phone while you snap, easy peasy lemon squeezy, is going to work just like a regular DSLR would. And that is the monocular telescope. Next, we're going to be moving on to the Flybird bench. This one was covered by Merle. I'm going to go ahead and pull the video for that up. It's another shoppable video for you guys. So we're going to have some fun video time with Nkda. Let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys real quick. Go ahead and transition over and let's watch our buddy Merle.
Today we have the Flybird multifunctional dumbbell bench.
Rage quit.
Let's go ahead and get this open and see how much it takes to put this together. They really like their tape. So far, really so good. Tape. Come out together in one giant piece, plus a single cotter pin.
Okay, so assembly doesn't look like it's too hard at all, actually.
Looks like I'm going to need a pair of scissors.
Also, another water check for all of my wonderful viewers.
Really thick zip
Make sure you're staying hydrated.
All right, you can see this actually folds really, really low. And in this state, there's even a convenient carrying handle right there.
My husband rages on COD, gets scared.
Got some heft
got
to
banned
it,
from Overwatch for raging for a while. He really is angry, Nate.
And looks to be pretty easy. All right, that back piece swings down to lock into place on the right-hand side. And the right-hand side comes around to meet it.
Does anyone have any questions so far? Even if it's not about this specific product, if it's about another product that we've shown.
There's a small ball joint to the right. So just pull this pin out.
But yeah, I like the fact that it's basically no assembly needed for when you get it. That's one thing that's really helpful. The fact that it also folds for height. I mean, you saw it when you pulled it out. It folds up so small. You can put that anywhere.
Let's get this thing set up. And I forgot, but remember that cotter pin we had with the instruction manual? It's going to go over here and keep that from sliding around as you move it.
Oh,
now I can pick this side up without it trying to move on me.
I love Merle's editing.
And one last piece to install is going to be the foam pads for your shins, which are obviously going to go on the right-hand side where the seat is. As you can see, there are 3 options there for height.
Let's see, I
I'm
don't
gonna put
play
mine on the
FPS
bottom 'cause
games or
I'm a bit of a
competitive
bigger
games, really.
dude.
I play RPG fantasy games at my own
And
pace.
there that piece is. So
I understand
whole
that. I like a
setup
little
took
bit of both, just
5
depending on
minutes or
what
so,
group I'm
give or
playing
take.
with, you know?
And it breaks down real easy. Flybird weight bench. Or training bench. Basically whatever you want, I guess.
That was a great ending. Oh, but yeah, as you can see, very nice little workout bench there. Super easy, not much assembly required, just a little bit of kind of positioning, putting stuff on that you want to use with it or not. It had a nice little adjustability there, and then of course it has the brace for your legs and stuff if you're going to be doing like sit-ups or holding yourself and doing. I really don't know the names of workouts. As you can tell, I probably don't work out as much as I should. I like running. That's about the only thing I really do workout wise. But no, really nice adjustable workout bench that you can have. Very easy to set up. Very small and compact when you fold it, so you can put it almost anywhere you need to store it. You don't have to worry too much about storage space. So that's another thing that's good about it. So yeah, if you're interested, that is the Flybird adjustable bench. Next up, we've got a product that I absolutely love. I took it on my trip with me to Austin recently. Here it is. This is the Madoka canvas backpack. Now, okay, so this is one thing that I was talking about the last time I showed this. Though it's canvas, this is the thickest canvas I've ever seen. Like honestly, it's more similar to, I was telling people this last time, it's more similar to like corduroy. It's not textured like it, but it feels like it. I don't know how to really describe it, but it's very good for space. It has a lot of pockets and a lot of utility. I'm going to show you guys basically how much space you get, and then show you guys my absolute favorite feature about this. Husband likes Guild Wars, Dark Ages of Camelot. Ooh, has a 10% off clippable coupon on product page too. Yep, make sure you check that out. But yeah, so it has a front pouch, as you can see, very good amount of space. It could definitely hold a tablet of any size if you wanted to, whether it's electronic or written tablet. It would definitely fit. These buckles that it has on the front, they don't really serve a purpose. They're just aesthetic, really, so they don't really do anything. Of course, you have places to put like bottles or drinks or stuff on the side. You have this little small pouch on the top, which only fits about my hand, so it's only about like 3-ish inches deep. And then it has 2 main compartments, both of which I can fit my whole arm in. This one has a zipper at the top, which will basically also fit just my hand, so about 3 inches deep. But then, of course, it has the actual pocket. And we're going to come back to this pouch because this pouch is important. But then it has the last pouch in the back, which is where you put like your laptop or something, because it has like a little halfway mark where you can put like a laptop in here, or whatever else you want to put inside with your laptop to make sure that it doesn't scratch it. But time to show you my favorite feature about this thing, which is when you go to the first compartment that I showed you, it has this little plug. Basically, what you do is you take this end, which is a USB male end, and this is a USB female end. You would put this part into like a power pack, and you can just leave it in this section. It even has little pockets up here that you can store the power pack in. As you can see, you just drop it in there. And then you take the USB female end and you want to feed it through this little black thing. It has a zipper, so you just unzip it. You put the little clip in there. You got to kind of finagle it because it is a little bit of a tight squeeze. And unless you flip it inside out and look at it, you really can't see what you're doing. But if I just put that and clamp it in, now, when I go to use this, as you can see, you see that female end? Now I can take whatever charger I want, whether it's, I'm just going to grab one that I have right here. So I have a little USB, or micro USB rather, here, and I can just plug this into here. The law of USBs, you never get it right the first time. So I just plug this into here. Now when I'm walking, if I want to charge my phone or something in my backpack or in my pocket or something while I'm walking, I have the luxury to do that. Or if I sit down and I take a break or something, I can also just sit there while my phone charges. So it's something really nice to have. It's super convenient. The big selling point, that's one of the big selling points, and that's one of the things that I like about it. But just the fact that it's that canvas kind of hipstery aesthetic too.
also adds to the value of it, and it's something of it that I really like. It's quickly become one of my favorite backpacks. That material feel that it has, the canvas kind of thicker. Like I said, it's very similar to corduroy in my opinion. I have some corduroy pants and I like felt them both, and I was like, oh, this is very similar. But canvas backpack, really nice. Does well. That charging capability and the fact that it has so much space on the inside to store so many different things, so many pockets you can put stuff in. You can definitely organize if you have an unorganized backpack like I did in high school in my early years of college. Something like this would definitely come in handy. Like, it's good for trips, it's good for schooling, it's good for just walking around. You could use it as like a makeshift purse if you wanted to, just if it fits with your outfit or whatever. It's just a really nice aesthetic backpack to have. Next up, we're going to have, this is going to be our last shoppable video for tonight. This one was done by fellow dragon blogger Deer Power, aka Natalie. And she's going to show you how
Hey
it
guys,
works.
today I'm going to be demonstrating this awesome pull-up bar here. So I've gone ahead and taken it down. It's super easy to install and put up, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that. It does come with a manual to teach you how to do it as well, but I'm going to go ahead and just pop it in here. So you want to make sure that it's the right length for your door frame and that you're putting it in at a proper height, so that way you can actually like pull yourself up and have enough room above it to, you know, get your chin up there and everything. So you're going to position it here. You want those little foot pedals to stand directly against the wall there, and then you're just going to twist this bar until you feel it get taut. You're going to feel it kind of get to the point where it can't go anymore, and then you are going to take these little silver clamps, just in case anyone's installing it. So this little part, this twists. So that's what I didn't realize, because we've only installed this a couple of times. So you're going to have to twist it so it clamps downwards, and then you go ahead and screw it in there. If it gets twisted around. Okay, so then you want to make sure it's going to actually hold your weight, which this looks like it is. All right, and we're going to see me do the world's saddest pull-up. Are we ready?
All right, let's go, Natalie. Oh, she did it. Oh, two, three. Go for three.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
3. Hold.
Hey!
That's more than I can do.
So yeah, just make sure it's nice and secure. Like I said, super easy to install as long as you get this little clamp. Make sure that it's facing down before you actually pin it. But super nice pull-up bar. It's nice and cushy right here, which gives you a lot, what's the word? Helps with your hands. Because there are some pull-up bars that don't have that cushion on it, which makes it harder to grip.
Thank you, Natalie. She was gaming. She was going hard. I couldn't do that. That's impressive. She's strong. She's strong. We're all strong here at Dragon Bloggers. Whether we're strong in the muscles or strong in the heart, we're strong somewhere. She's gonna stream for us soon on Amazon. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Well, shout out Dragon Blogger Natalie. Thank you so much for making that video. Like, as you can see, very easy to install. You just kind of adjust it to where it's tight, and as she said, make sure you spin those little clamps to where it's facing down, where it clamp it in to where you get it, and then you're good to go. So we're gonna move on to our next product now, and we're getting close to the end. I'm sad, but you know, all great things must come to an end. But this is a smartphone screen magnifier, super easy and very self-explanatory. I have it right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out, and it's just in one piece, and it doesn't take anything to. You don't need a manual. It comes with little instructions, but you don't need it. It comes in this nice little thin cloth that you can store it in if you want to. But basically, all you do is you pull it out. It has these things on the bottom that you can flip out for, you know, standing at an angle. Then it has this little part at the top that flips out. This is where you're going to put your phone. You're going to rest. It has like a little rubber padding right here, as you can see. It's like gray. It's like rubber padding, and basically it makes your phone not slip. It has a good grip on it. And then once you have your phone there, you have these little stands popped out at an angle. All you do is pull this out and lift it up, and it will magnify anything on the other side of it. I don't know if you guys can see my wonderful face, but I'm trying to look through it. I have my phone. I can kind of show you. It's going to be kind of weird because of the angle that I have to hold it at, but I'll get it to work as best I can. But as you can see, my phone, see if I can angle it right. But basically, as you can see, it makes my phone look so much bigger. It fills out the full length of the screen. So if you're sitting there just watching YouTube videos on your phone, you can just kind of sit there and relax. It'd definitely be a good buy for someone who's older, like if you have an older family member who has a phone and they want to sit there and watch something on their phone without straining their eyes. You send them a video. This would be a good present for like an older aunt or like an older uncle or something, maybe a grandma, grandpa, so they can sit there and watch their stuff without any kind of worry about strain on their eyes. I personally use it when I'm sitting there watching TikToks because, TikToks. But I typically sit it horizontally and I can clamp my phone to it because I have like a little phone clamp thing. And I just clamp it to the stand and use it vertically. It's much better to use it horizontally though, because it does have that support from the stand. But TikTok is a bunch of vertical videos, so watching vertical videos sideways, I was like, I can't do that. I had to figure out a way to get it horizontally or get it vertically. Horizontally, which just wasn't working for TikTok. But yeah, really nice little small thing to have. Definitely something that's budget friendly. Like I said, definitely good for someone who's older, sitting there. They don't have to strain their eyes, or if you're just casually browsing something to sit there. Very nice little thing to have. Just make sure you have a flat surface and enough space. You don't really want to, like, you can put it on your lap, but it's not as good on your lap as it would be in a flat surface, because the way that the angle of it works, you kind of have to have it propped up and sitting a certain way to get the full dynamic view of the screen. When you have it in your lap, it'll move to sideways, so you kind of got to turn your head, and you don't want to get like a crick in your neck or something. Excuse me. But if you had to, you could, definitely. So definitely a nice little buy to have. Definitely check it out. I was always wondering how those magnifiers work. It's just a big old magnifying glass. You just got to make sure it lines up with it. You want to make sure you put your phone in this little slot right here as best you can, and just big old magnifying screen. As you can see, my hand looks huge. Huge hands, Hans. For any of my Phineas and Ferb fans out there, if you understand that reference, I have watched too many cartoons in my life. But yeah, that's it for that. Moving on to our second to last product that we have. Something that has quickly become one of my favorite things ever. And Justin knows this because I was telling him about it, especially last time. The Hand of God. This is the eye massager from Renpho. I'm going to go ahead and grab that here so you guys can see it. Love Renpho products. Shout out Renpho for sending me this. Let me go ahead and pull it out. This is the eye massager. I got a lot of things to say about this because I use it a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and take off my glasses and my headset. I can't see. Turn that music down. I can't see. I'm joking. But basically, it works really well. Every button on the side that you see here does something different based on how you press it. So you have a long press option and a short press option. So for the power button, the long press option is turning it on and off, as one might assume. So once you see that little blue light, that's how you know that it's on. And then once you turn it on, you guys ever played God of War? A long time ago. But basically when you turn it on, it automatically starts. The other function, which is the short press of the power button, is when you do, it just changes it to different modes, and it has 5 modes. Every time you press that button, it changes the mode. And if you're worried about having to like wonder about what mode does what, you really don't, because every time you press that power button, it tells you what you're getting. So this one just said air pressure only. This one's heat only. And this one's vibration only. And this is air pressure plus heat, and that's the starting one. So, and then there's one more after that. Hold on, I'll tell you what the name of it. This is air pressure plus heat plus vibration. So once you go through all of those, you're basically good. Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn. I love that game. I haven't played the DLC for it yet, but I love that game. The other options that you have, as you can see, there's a music button. So what you do is when you press that music button, the volume of the device will get louder. And then you press it 3 times and it will tell you max volume. But once you press that volume button again, off. Just completely off. Now, alternatively, if you hold the music button, if you're connected to Bluetooth, it's going to go to the next song, whatever that you're connected to. Or it will go to the next song that's already of the pre-programmed songs that are on here. but it's really mostly helpful when you have your music connected to it, which is what the bottom thing does. So when you short press it, it changes the pressure, which is the pressure from the pads. So you have soft pressure, hard pressure, and no pressure. But when you hold it, what it does is it makes you connectable to Bluetooth so that you can use it with your phone to listen to whatever songs you wanted to, as opposed to the songs that are like pre-installed on there. And it's nothing bad about the pre-song. They're just kind of, I don't know what words they're supposed to be like the soothing, relaxing kind of tracks that you would listen to. And that may be good for some people when they're like getting a massage, but it doesn't really do anything for me. And so I don't use it that often. I prefer to have my own music or just nothing at all. The only other critique that I have about the massager itself is the sound that it makes. Now, if you're going to be using this at night and you're not by yourself, like you're sleeping next to your partner or something, it's most likely going to wake them up if they don't expect her and they are already asleep and in like a deep sleep, because it does make a lot of noise between the vibration and the air pads inflating. That's the only issue I have with it. That's the only issue my girlfriend had with it. Other than that, the heat is amazing. It doesn't get too hot, but it's hot enough to where there's extra added relief and comfort to it. It doesn't make me sweaty at all, so I don't have to worry about the pads getting too much on them. Like, I've done a full session on it before and didn't have to worry about sweating. It feels really good. Those different modes will get you something else. And the one thing that I really like about it is when you're done or when you take it off, regardless of if you go through the whole cycle of whatever mode you're on, or if you turn it off early because you're just tired of it, when you're turning it off, it plays a message and it says, hey, the massage is done. Wait 1 minute before opening your eyes, and goodbye. And I just think it's the small little things like that just really make it an absolutely amazing eye massager. Really helps for when you have migraines. Like, I've had to throw it on when I had a migraine and just relax. It also, I will do just heat only sometimes and just sit there and just drift off to sleep. And it just, I take it off at some point at night, or I'll wake up later and then take it off. And it's just really nice to have. It's very comfortable too. It's not too high, not too high, not too tight. And it does have that adjustable band. So if you have a big old head like I do, you might have to change the settings up a bit. But for the most part, no matter what the size of your head, it's going to fit comfortably. It's going to provide you relief if you have, either a sinus headache, a regular headache, or a sinus headache, a regular headache, or a migraine. So it's just good for all of that. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. Excuse me. And then last but not least, another Rimfo product, and the last that I have to show you guys for the evening is the Rimfo portable massager. I'm gonna go grab it real quick. So I have it right here. Let's see. I'm sorry, not God of War, Game of War. Oh, I've never played Game of War. I've definitely played God of War. Never played Game of War. Let's see. So this is the Rimfo powerful portable massage gun. I've also done this one before, and I use this one often too, so I can definitely tell you about it. So first off, here's the actual massager itself. Just to give you, and the carrying case is elite. I love the carrying case for it. It comes with a USB-C charger for charging it, and then a little manual that gives you the names of all of the different heads you can use on it. Feels really good in the hand. It has a really nice grip too, so you don't have to worry about. One thing that I was showing last time is that when you put a head, and I'll demonstrate this time also. When you put it on, no matter where you grip it, as long as a good part of your hand is on that grip itself, you don't have to worry about it falling out of your hand or anything. It also makes it easier to hit any part of your back. Like, I can hit every part of my back that I need to, parts of my shoulders and stuff. So you have no issues getting it, and you can hold it. You can do a high hand grip, or you can, have a lot of it up, and you don't have to worry about it shaking out of your hand because that grip is really good. It has these little vents to vent exhaust, obviously. And then it has a power. So you can see it's 3 or 4. And then also that one dot, it's just going to immediately start massaging as soon as you turn it on. As you can see, my finger is vibrating right there. But then it has 5 settings. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is personally where I keep it because I feel like this is the best between pressure and comfort. Anything higher than this starts making me uncomfortable. But then you go ahead and move on to the next one, 4 and 5. That's going to be the full scale of it. And then when you press it again, it goes back to 1. Now, one thing that I want to tell you is I would not try to load one of the massage heads in there while it's going. You want to make sure it's off. So you go ahead and hold the power button so it stops. And then go ahead and take one of your heads. We're just going to use I call it the Feel Gold, but they call it the U-shape one, but I'm still call it the Feel Gold. We go ahead and put the Feel Gold in there. Installing them is super easy. You just put some pressure, and it comes out, or it goes in. Now, when you want to pull it out, what you want to do is, you can pull it straight out if you want to, and you can kind of manhandle it too without having to worry about it break. But what I suggest everyone do is when you pull, you just twist kind of slightly. So it kind of, did I get it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, you just pull, you want to twist. I had to get a better grip on it. You just pull, you just twist a little bit slightly as you come out, and it's just basically good to go after that. 20% or sorry, $20 off this massage gun right now with clippable coupon. So keep that in mind. Thank you for the reminder, Justin. And yeah, so you just pick whatever setting you want it on. You turn it back on once you put it in. As you can see, it gets to going. And I'm going to go ahead and use them, bump it up to 3 like I normally do. And like I said, you have no problems getting it anywhere in your back. So like right now I'm in like the center of my back. If it'll show, it's going to track on my face, so I can't really show you. But you can get anywhere on your back. Like I said, you can grab it any kind of way, really. Whatever helps you get to whatever spot in your back you're trying to, massage. And you should have no problems with reaching any part of your back. My mom has also used it. She typically has some issues with her mobility range when it comes to moving her arms and stuff for her back and stuff. So she has no problem hitting any spot in her back. And if that old woman can do it, I promise you can too. So don't be afraid to get it because you're worried it won't reach spots in your back. If she can do it, you can. I promise you. But yeah, that is the last product we had. If anyone has any questions about, let's see. So I use one of those soft tip on my dog Gluten. He loves the massage gun. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, that is our last product. If anyone has any questions about any of the products that we've gone over, feel free to ask. I'm going to take a minute or two and just list off all the other products that we've covered tonight. So if you hear one and it catches your interest or you had a question, feel free to ask. Either I or Justin or maybe a dragon blogger who's in the chat who has covered the product can answer your question. So we did the SteelSeries Arctis 7, the MCS original poster frames. We also did the Xbox controller with the wireless adapter, the reusable hot and cold packs, the gel packs covered by James. We did the lightsaber wall mounts that are behind me. We did the Hojo refrigerator organizer, which James also covered. We had the Stitch onesie, the Ravenclaw Harry Potter tapestry. We also had what's up? Buy some things. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry you caught us at the end though. We had the Bestier L-shaped desk, which was covered by Nate. We had the Evia monocular telescope, which I have right over here. Whoop, almost fell. That would have been bad. I have the monocular telescope that we went over. We have the Flybird adjustable bench, which Merle covered. The canvas backpack, which is right there. We also had the pull-up bar covered by Deer Power or Natalie. The smartphone screen magnifier. And then the Renpho eye massager and the Renpho portable massager. Let's see, James will also be streaming tomorrow morning at AM Pacific Standard Time and doing an Amazon gift card away. Yes, so tomorrow, if you can, please stop by. If you're not following, hit that follow button to come support us Dragon Blogger content creators. My boy James will be tomorrow at 8 Pacific, 10 Central, 11 EST, whichever time zone you may be in. Please go catch James. He will also be doing Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, in the morning. I don't know what time. I believe it's 8 p.m. 8 a.m. PT also, and I will be doing Thursday as well. I will be doing the same time that I'm doing currently now, which will be at 6 CST or 4 PST, or if you're Eastern, it would be 7. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. I'm so glad that you guys all stopped by today. Shout out to James, Natalie, Nate, and Merle for their videos, for their shoppable videos that we were able to cover today. And then much love to you Dragon Blogger supporters who come to the chat and are the reason that we love showing off these wonderful products that brands send us. Shout out to all the brands today who have given us these wonderful products to cover. And with that being said, I'm going to take my leave for the evening. I hope you all had a wonderful Tuesday and have a wonderful hump day coming up. But until next time, your boy Nkda is heading out. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please be sure to hit that follow button if you aren't already doing so. But until Thursday at 6 p.m. CST or 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern, whichever time you guys wanna write down to remember. I will catch you guys later. Be sure to catch James tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But until then, peace out, Girl Scouts, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.